Need a hand?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Haven't seen you around here before. I'm Jesse Flynn. I work up at the sawmill.
Carson, Shepherd, I just started with the railroad.
Good luck.
Look out!
City Betsy almost got hurt. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just run along.
You all right?
Sure. Just gonna sit here for a while.
Mr. Shepherd, please. How did you get hurt?
Just clumsy.
Let's see. You might have pulled a costal muscle.
It's more likely a hairline fret. I think I cracked a rib. All I need is a compression wrap, and
You know a lot about these things, don't you?
I work for the railroad. I've been injured more than once.
Well, it'll be the last time for a while. Whether it's a fracture or a torn muscle, you won't be able to perform strenuous labor for some time.
You see, the railroad's got a funny rule about that. If you don't work, you don't get paid. And I'm kind of fond of eating. Just wrap me up. I'll be fine.
If you do more damage to your ribs, it might become permanent. You should think about the long term.
My stomach only cares about today.
Glad I found you. You dropped this at the infirmary.
Thank you.
That's a lovely photo. Who is it?
Enjoy your evening. Excuse me. You still need help?
If you can cook.
Worked 6 months in a chuck wagon for a crew of miners before I got a job with the railroad.
Then you have experience. What about references?
The nurse down at the infirmary, she's the one that sent me here.
Well, if Faith thinks he can be trusted.
Look, I got an A on my family tree.
Oh, Cody, that's wonderful. But I'm right in the middle of a meeting with this gentleman.
Can they go fishing to celebrate?
Oh, sweetheart, I would love to, but someone has to work in the kitchen.
I could start right now. If you give me the job, I could really use it. And I'm a hard worker.
I don't even know your name.
It's Carson, Shepherd.
Please, Miss Abigail.
Well, I'll be around to help if he needs anything. Welcome to Abigail's Cafe, Mr. Shepherd.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Not really. Just kidding, boss. I know my way around a stove.
This thing catches on fire and this place burns down, I'm coming for you.
I'll remember that.
Don't call me boss anymore. Abigail's your boss. I'm just a silent partner.
Silent. I hadn't noticed. Stove seems to be working.
Well, thank heavens for small miracles. Where did our breakfast business go?
You don't know? Ray Wyatt's opened a commissary up at the railhead.
He did.
Some of the boys were telling me. Wyatt says it saves his men time to eat up there instead of coming all the way into town.
Oh, maybe. But I'm sure our food's better.
They have no choice. He's making them eat there.
We did fine before the railroad workers got here. I'm sure we'll be fine without them. Is there something else I should know?
Some of the locals have been eating there as well. Wyatt's opened the place up to everybody, and he's undercutting our prices.
So he's deliberately trying to steal my customers.
Business will pick up. Just wait and see.
I'm not worried. In the meantime, we'll just cut back a little. You know, water down the soup, fewer apples in the pies, slice the meat a little thinner.
There's another way you can save money.
Which is?
Let me go.
Absolutely not.
When you hired me, you were much busier than you are now.
Like you said, we'll be busy again. Just takes a little time.
You're losing money every day.
Carson, I appreciate the offer. But I hired you because you needed a job and I needed your help, and that hasn't changed. And we're not just employer and employee. We're friends.
Okay. How about this? Cut my pay until things pick up again.
No, you will continue at your current wage. End of discussion. I don't want to hear any more about it.
You drive a hard bargain.
You bet I do. Now let's see how thin we can slice that roast.
Best meatloaf I ever had.
And at a great price.
Where'd you learn to cook like this?
I don't know, I just picked it up here and there.
I have told you so much about myself that you could write my biography, but I don't know anything about you.
Yeah, I'm not really the kind of guy that likes to talk about himself too much.
Most people who don't like to talk about their past don't because it's painful. I'm guessing that your heart got broken and you're still putting the pieces back together. I'm not trying to pry. If you don't want to talk about it, I understand.
I'm sorry. I'm not a better dinner companion.
You are a smart and charming dinner companion, and I hope we can be friends, even if being more than friends isn't in the cards.
Friends, then.
On one condition. You have got to give me that meatloaf recipe.
Okay.
Carson,
What are you doing here?
I came to warn you. It isn't over.
The case was closed.
Marlize won't let it go. She's hired an investigator.
Does she know where I am?
I don't know, but if you ask me, she won't stop until your life is ruined.
I guess I'm not surprised.
We go way back, my friend. I thought you ought to know.
Thank you. You should probably go before everyone knows. Pastor,
Mr. Shepard,
this is my friend Dean. We worked on the railroad together.
nice to meet you, Dean.
I was just riding out to Albert Falls to lay some tracks.
Didn't think the railroad went to Albert Falls.
Guess there are some things pastors don't know after all. Looking for something?
Just the truth.
I work hard and do my job. That's all you need to know.
You've got no papers, no identification, nothing. From my experience, a man who's got nothing is a man trying to hide something.
It's time for you to leave.
No man is without sin, Shepard. Just remember that.
I never forget it. He's right.
Carson, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Just let me finish. I was hiding something. I was married, and my wife was everything to me. I was the happiest man alive. And then she got sick. And she was sick for a very long time. When she died, I didn't think that I could go on. So I left. Trying to forget everything that happened. Start a new life. I don't talk about this. I can't. I don't blame Pastor Hogan for what he did. I mean, I realized that I needed to tell you this. To let you know who I am and why I'm here so you don't have to worry. Now you know the truth.
Thank you for that. And I promise if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to.
I appreciate it.
I better make sure that Cody is up for school, so if you gentlemen will excuse me.
So, are we good?
For now.
Well, it looks like we're busy this morning.
Yeah. It's gonna stay that way now that National Pacific closed the commissary.
Well, I'm not complaining. I think it's wonderful that Russ Wyatt took over for his brother at the railroad.
Yeah, let's just hope the job isn't bigger than the man.
Oh, speaking of big jobs, I need to hire someone to fix those rain gutters.
I could leave for Union City after breakfast, get what we need, and be back by morning.
Oh, I couldn't ask you to do that.
You didn't. I volunteered.
See you later.
You forgetting something?
Nope.
You sure about that?
Oops.
Oh, you gotta actually grab it. There you go. Stop goofing off. Get to school.
Okay. Bye, Miss Abigail.
Bye, sweetheart.
He's a good kid.
He means the world to me. Becky, too.
Yeah, I can tell.
Carson, I know it's hard to believe sometimes, but we do get second chances.
I should probably go clear some dishes.
Oh.
Hey.
You're back.
Yep, with everything we need for the gutters.
Well, just in time. Looks like another storm's coming in.
Good thing I got here first. I picked up a birthday present for Cody.
Well, that really wasn't necessary.
Abigail, is everything all right?
Yes, I guess I'm just tired, that's all.
Well, let me give you a hand with those dishes.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, I'll just get started outside.
So you're still here.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised to see you here.
I wanted to see your face. Now that everyone knows what you did.
Everyone. Who have you been talking to?
Mayor Stanton, the sheriff, anyone who would listen.
I lost my wife, Marlies. Isn't that enough for you?
And I lost my sister. You might have been able to fool the medical board, but you can't fool me.
What's going on?
Why is this man still working here, Mayor Stanton?
You two have met?
She arrived when you were gone. I had the sheriff check out your story. He said the medical board cleared Carson of any wrongdoing.
So you're going to protect him?
I make my decisions based on the facts.
You're a fool.
If you would just listen
This
for
man should be run out of town on a rail.
That's enough, Miss Bennett. This is my cafe, and I'd like you to leave.
I'll go. But one day, you are going to pay for what you did to her.
Carson, I'm so sorry.
Not as sorry as I am.
No one here believes that you're responsible for what happened to your wife.
It doesn't matter. I have to go.
No, you don't.
Trust me. It's better for all of us if I leave town. Thank you for your kindness to me, Abigail. I will never forget it.
Carson,
Goodbye, Abigail.
Carson!
What are you doing out here?
We've been looking for you everywhere.
Abigail should have saved you the trouble.
It's Cody. He's sick. Faith thinks his appendix is going to rupture.
Well, any competent doctor can handle that operation.
All the other doctors are too far away. They won't make it to town in time.
Trust me. I'm not the person you want.
Abigail told us about what happened with your wife.
Well, then you know. The last patient I operated on, didn't make it.
I'm guessing you saved a lot of other lives before that. And that's what you need to do right now. For Cody.
I haven't seen a patient in over 2 years.
I don't believe for a minute you've forgotten all your training. Carson, we really need you.
All right. I'll go back and do an exam. But that's all I can promise.
Thank you.
Carson.
Where's Cody?
This way.
How you doing, buddy? What are his symptoms?
Fever, abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting.
It's tenderness and swelling. His appendix is infected. The sooner this is removed, the better.
Can you do it?
I got here as soon as I could.
You must be Dr. Strom.
I am. How long has he been like this?
Since last night.
If you feel his side, you can tell his appendix is swollen.
Is that a professional opinion?
I practice medicine. Carson Shepard.
I remember the name. You were investigated by the medical board.
It's true. I was.
Carson was cleared of any wrongdoing. It was confirmed by our sheriff.
Since you no longer practice medicine, Mr. Shepard, perhaps you'll allow me to determine what's wrong with my patient.
Of course.
I'll need you all to leave.
I'd like to stay, if you don't mind.
Actually, I do, but I'll require the services of your nurse.
I'll help in any way I can.
Let's go get some coffee. I'm not sure how I feel about Dr. Strom's bedside manner.
He's been head of surgery at Memorial Hospital in Union City for the past 10 years.
Well, he must be good at what he does.
I have news for you, Mrs. Stanton.
Oh, I hope it's good news.
I performed a thorough examination, and I think you'll be greatly relieved to hear it's not appendicitis.
So Cody doesn't need an operation?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, that's wonderful news.
But he has all the classic symptoms of appendicitis.
Symptoms common to a variety of illnesses.
He has a fever, which indicates infection.
An infection likely caused by influenza or an intestinal issue, like colitis, but more than likely, it's the stomach flu.
It's not the flu.
I thought you told me you no longer practice medicine.
But what if he's right?
Young lady, surgery poses a great deal of risk. Sepsis, bacterial infection, blood loss, any of which can kill a patient. It's not a procedure to be undertaken on a whim.
This isn't a whim.
Mrs. Stanton, I have been practicing medicine for 20 years. If I thought surgery was necessary, I would recommend it without hesitation.
You're wrong.
Have you ever even considered the possibility that it's you who's wrong? Or do you just think you're smarter than everyone else?
Let's try not to make this personal.
A child could die from unnecessary surgery performed by a man who's trying to prove he's a hero, so I'd say this is very personal.
You say operate. You say wait.
I've given the boy castor oil and a mild physic. We'll know more in a day or two.
In your opinion.
I understand you lost your last patient on the operating table. I hardly think you're in a position to give advice here. But the decision is yours, Mrs. Stanton.
Thank you for the advice, gentlemen. Let's wait until the morning and see how Cody is doing.
Carson! Carson! Carson, please don't go.
Why would I stay?
Well, just because Abigail wants you to wait a little doesn't mean she thinks you're wrong. It just means she's scared.
She asked for my opinion. I gave it. There's no reason for me to be here.
Carson, surgery is risky. Abigail knows that. And if there's a chance it isn't necessary.
It needs to happen. There isn't a lot of time left. I should go.
No, please, one more day, just in case. That's all I'm asking.
One day. Then I'm gone. I know we don't see eye to eye on what's best for Cody. And I don't have as much experience as you.
Mr. Shepard, the boy will be fine by the morning.
Not if I'm right and you're wrong.
The odds of that are highly unlikely.
You may want to slow down there in case you need to perform surgery.
And you might want to mind your own business.
This is my business. I care about that kid.
Just like you cared about your wife?
You weren't there. I did what I had to do for Amber.
So you say.
If you would just listen to me, Cody's appendix...
Quite frankly, I've done more than enough listening. The medical board might have cleared you, but that doesn't make you a good doctor. I'm not gonna let you kill another patient.
Cody is gonna die because you're a coward.
Hey, break it up! Break it up! You saw what he did. He assaulted me, now arrest him.
What I saw were two doctors having an honest disagreement, and no reason for charges.
Oh. That's how it is here. Protect your own.
You accusing me of not doing my job?
No. Of course not.
Good. I think it's time for you to call it a night. You too.
Guessing you couldn't sleep?
How's he doing?
I'm worried he's getting worse.
Fever?
Keeps going up. His pulse is thready.
That appendix is gonna rupture any minute.
We'll get Dr. Strom.
I saw him at the saloon. He's in no shape to do the surgery.
Then you have to.
Go get Abigail.
Carson.
We removed the appendix just in time.
Oh, thank goodness.
Cody's still unconscious.
He's gonna be all right, though, isn't he? Isn't he?
Abigail, he lost a lot of blood.
Oh, no.
He's still running a fever and his pulse is weak. We did the best we could.
Of course you did.
I was just at the infirmary. Mr. Shepard, you better have a very good explanation for your actions.
I gave him permission to do the surgery.
But that was a mistake.
From what I understand, you were indisposed at the time.
The medical board is going to hear about this.
And they're going to hear how you misdiagnosed a case of appendicitis.
You may have killed that boy with your recklessness.
All I know is he didn't die from a ruptured appendix.
He should have been transferred to a proper hospital with a proper operating theater.
Dr. Strom, I made the decision and I stand by it.
Fine. Then I'll be leaving. He's your patient now, sir. But if he dies, it will be on your conscience.
I am so sorry you had to hear that.
Can I see Cody now?
Of course.
I'll walk you over, Abigail. You look like you need a break.
I heard you had a rough night.
Something like that.
I'm guessing you could use some sleep.
Maybe later.
There's nothing more you can do right now.
That's the thing. What if I didn't do enough?
Well, you don't get to decide who lives and dies, my friend. That's up to a higher power. And the sooner you figure that out, the better off you're gonna be.
Yes, my life didn't quite turn out the way I hoped it would.
You can change it.
What if it's too late?
Well, until they put us in the ground, it's never really too late, is it? You know, one thing I've learned, Doc, running away is never the answer.
How is he?
Heart rate is normal.
Fever's broken.
Cody? Can you hear me? Cody.
Cody. Cody, wake up. Cody, sweetheart. Please, Cody. Please wake up. Cody.
Where am I?
You're in the infirmary, sweetheart.
Remember, I had a stomach ache.
Yes. Yes, you did. But everything's gonna be okay now.
You're gonna be just fine.
I don't know how to thank you.
We'll leave you two alone.
Oh.
You need some rest. I'll stay here.
You sure?
Go.
Carson? Did the boy make it?
He did.
So you saved his life.
I did what I was supposed to do.
And you did what you were supposed to do for Amber.
Wasn't enough.
I was so angry. I was so upset at losing her that I wanted to blame someone, and it was easier to blame you. But it wasn't fair, and it wasn't right.
Do you really believe that?
I do.
The only reason I ever wanted to be a doctor was to help people.
Well, something tells me you have a lot more lives to save. And I'm not going to be the one who stands in your way.
Let me make that for you.
Oh, I'm fine. And you shouldn't be working in a kitchen anymore.
Faith can keep an eye on Cody now he's out of the woods.
Carson Shepherd, you were meant to be a doctor, not a cook.
I'm not so sure about that.
I am. Don't you see? God sent you to Hope Valley for a reason. To save a child's life.
The truth is, Cody saved me. All of you did.
And it was meant to be.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
Well, I was wrong about you. I'm glad I was.
Apology accepted.
Have you decided to open a practice here?
I've been thinking about it.
Well, I already spoke with the town council and offered to pay half your salary.
It's a generous offer.
A genuine Schneider baseball bat. Thank you, Mr. Shepherd.
He's not a mister, he's a doctor.
You're welcome.